of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Wilson on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number one wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number one guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But it's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number one guy, and they're ready to step up.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
And the Seahawks first down.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Not much there, only a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Burton. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks 7, Chargers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Chargers nothing.
On first down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's Wilson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Herbert off of play action. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
throwing now. Wilson on first down. He hits his target, Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. There's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Chargers, nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. To the air again, Herbert. And that's complete to Trey McKitty, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jonathan Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
23. Chargers, nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. On 1st down, it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Again, Herbert. Flushed out right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the 1st.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He'll buy some time right. This is caught by Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Chargers 8.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
To try again after the sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Returning it is Moore. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. On 4th down, Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
That is caught. It's Williams. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, everybody in the house had to figure that was going to be a 1-yard plunge. I know I was fooled. How about you?
Absolutely. I had to readjust my eyes when it was a play fake. Good job defensively, though, to not bite.
Too bad that didn't end the series. They still have to hold in there.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Touchdown!
Touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Being chased out left. Hard throw, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He's airing it out for Williams. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in there.
They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. 2nd down at 5. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled for just a short gain.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing is Wilson.
That's complete to Swain.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Herbert off of play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Herbert. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Herbert back to the air.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And they will take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Seahawks,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.